What I'm focusing on today is how to decide, if you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, what you should be focusing on. Now, I want to keep this really simple about the 4 main areas of business. We strip business right down to its basics. So we've got getting clients, so that's the marketing and the sales, delivering a service or product to the clients, so that's a delivery and that's customer service. It's about finance, which is about invoicing or having a way to actually get the money in from people. And the 4th area that's not really talked about, that I actually focus quite a lot on, is you as an individual. So particularly if you are, if you're running your own business, you're kind of on your own, or you've just got a very small team, it's really important that you have kind of in the right headspace, have got the right kind of mindset and beliefs, and aren't getting in your own way. Because some of those other things, even if all 3 of those other things are right, if you're not kind of in the right space, then things can still go wrong. So in a very real sense, if there are only 4 areas, then what you focus on will be dictated by where you feel you would like to improve, or where you feel there's an issue or a problem in one or more of those areas. And I would always start with the one. So if you don't feel like you're doing particularly well in one area, then that's the area I would focus on. So let's just take each of those in turn. So the first area I mentioned was about generating sales, was about attracting people to you and then converting them into clients. So if we split that down into the marketing and the sales, so if we look at the marketing first, if for instance you don't have enough people that know about you, then that could be a number of issues, and what you focus on will depend on what those issues in that particular area are. So it may be that you're just not getting in front of enough people, in which case you'd be focusing on, how do I get in front of the right type of people? What's one, I always ask people at first to settle on one main channel that they have a really good go, regardless of what that is. It might be one of the social media channels, it might be networking, it might be speaking, it might be blogging, it could be a whole range of things. But what's the best way for you to get in front of people, and what can you do to improve that? It may even be that you need to take a step further back. So if you're not really clear of who the right people are, so I said, how do you get in front of enough people, enough right people? If you don't know who those right people are, so who your ideal clients are, then that's the area to focus on. If you've got an idea of who your ideal clients are, but you're not really sure of the messaging, of the way to get them interested and to deliver something that's going to actually solve their problems, then that's a different area to focus on. So you can see that as a business owner, you need to be really looking at, okay, where is my biggest issue? What's the biggest issue for me? So if it's that first one, that there's just not enough people know about you, you don't have enough prospects, you don't have enough people either coming to you or saying they might be interested, then those are some of the areas that you would need to focus on. The second part of that, of generating sales, is actually the sales is, what if you have lots of people, so you're getting out on social media, you're getting out and networking, you're doing whatever it is, whatever channel or channels that you're using, but you're not actually getting enough of those converting into clients, then that's a different issue and that's a different area to focus on. So this is the sales aspect, isn't it? This is about how you convert people into clients. So maybe you don't have a particular way that you do it, you're doing lots of different things, and maybe that's an area to focus on. What's one way? If you're providing some kind of service, then very often that may be a telephone call. It may be, if it's a low price product, it may be a conversion online, and it'd be looking at the sales process, you know, your sales page and how you get people to actually convert. It may be that it's your price point. It's not that people aren't really interested, it's just not quite the right price point. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's too expensive. Sometimes the price can be too low. If you test out a few different prices, it's very often kind of the middle ground or the higher price that works the best, not the lowest. So it could be price points. It could actually be what you're offering. So people like the general idea, have some problems or some challenges in certain areas, but what you're offering doesn't quite seem to fit what they need. So it's either it doesn't fit, or you haven't got the message right that shows them, that demonstrates to them that it fits. What else might it be if you don't have enough people becoming clients? Well, it could be that you don't have any word of mouth or referrals in place. So that might be another area to focus on, current clients and past clients, to try and generate more business. So that's the first area, that's the generating clients. So you can see that even within that area, there are a number of things that you could focus on in order, as a business owner, in order to improve your situation. So what about the next area? So the second area was delivery of your product or service. Now, it could be that you've got lots of clients. So the first part of that system is working really well. You've actually got the clients, but you're not getting any repeat business, for instance. So is that a customer service issue? Do you need to look at exactly how you're treating, how you're bringing people on board, how you're dealing with them as you work with them, and then how you kind of finish the relationship with them? Because it may be that it's just that you're not offering anything else to them. So you're not getting repeat business, or they're not coming back because they don't think that there's anything else that you can offer. You're only offering the one thing. So is there another product or service that you could offer? Or is it around just not keeping in touch with them? So you have clients, they're really happy, you give excellent customer service, but then once they've done the work with you, or once they've bought something from you, then you don't actually keep in touch with them on a regular basis. So they don't know what else that you have to offer. So it may be one of those areas. So again, if we're talking about you've got the clients, but then you're not getting more from those clients, or they're not continuing with you, then it could be a number of issues, a number of areas for you to actually focus on in your business. The third area is finance. And that could be that you just not earning enough money. You don't have enough income coming in. Now, if that's the case, then there are a number of different areas that it may be appropriate to focus on. So is it, for instance, your business model and strategy? That means actually, because of the way you've set up and what you're actually doing in your business, you're never going to be able to earn the kind of income that you want to earn. So do you need to kind of go back to the drawing board and start again? Is it that there is no customer journey? So it's similar to the last point, in that if you have a journey that you can take your customers on, that people can come in at various points, but you have a progression stage or a next step, then that might be a way of earning more money. Or is it more around cash flow? So if you're not earning enough money, is it that actually, you know, you've got some of these things right, you're doing great customer service, you've got the customers, the price point you feel is right, and you could be earning more money, but it's literally cash flow. You're just not getting people paying when you want them to be paying. So that would be a case of really then focusing on, okay, so how do I get paid? How do I ask people for payment? When do I ask people for payment? And what are my terms? I've changed my terms in terms of invoicing and payment over the years that I've been in business for myself, because you realise that actually, you know, cash flow is paramount. It is king. Because if you don't have the money coming in and you've still got expenses and bills to pay out, then where does that come from? So it's really important to be looking at your invoicing, and don't just think, oh, well, 30 days is the norm, that's what I've got to do. As I say, I've changed mine totally. So that might be an area to focus on. The fourth area, and the one that quite often gets forgotten, is you. And it may be that you just feel like it's a struggle, that you're not particularly happy. So you might feel like, actually, I'm kind of getting clients, you know, I'm doing the work, everybody seems to be happy except me. I don't feel very happy, or I don't feel particularly fulfilled. So there are a number of issues that may or may not need addressing. So they may be around your beliefs and expectations, they may be around you sabotaging things, maybe around you having moved on personally, but the business not having kind of kept up with that. The types of clients you want to work with and the types of work that you want to do is different. So that would be an area to focus on. As I say, what I wanted to do today was literally just to get you to think about how to decide where to focus. It depends on your biggest current issue, and the 4 main areas are around you, around attracting the clients that you want, so that's your marketing, around sales, which is getting the clients, converting them to clients, around the delivery, which may be a customer service issue, or it may be that you're just not offering different things or progressive things for people. Or if it's the finance side, is it your business model or business strategy, or is it a cash flow or an invoicing or pricing issue? So I hope that's given you lots of food for thought. That's it from me. Happy focusing, get really attentive, get really focused, and I look forward to speaking to you again.